Been a while since I have had a dev hour stream, just because I haven't had anything in particular that demanded dev houring, but here's one. So somebody's actually using bitstream filters. I've never used bitstream filters in libav, let alone libav.js, but if somebody's using it, it's not a terrible idea to add it, and it shouldn't be too complicated, but I want to not just add these very low-level functions, but add the same kind of high-level functions that I have. This user was nice enough to actually provide links. Incredible work! This is so much more than most people would do. So send packet and receive packet is probably what I need. It looks like it's just chains. Yeah, if there is no null source and null sink, it's going to be a little bit simpler than AV filter, which is over frames, not packets. Step one. I need. This would be here. Yeah. Oh, I do. Okay. I already have BSF. Okay, great. So I already have the ability to add bitstream filters with simple-ish configuration. Let's see. Where does BSF even live? Is it in... It must be an AV format, I guess. This says lav C, but I don't know if that means anything. Let me just grep for this. Oh, I don't even have anything downloaded and extracted right now. It has to be AV format, right? No. Where do you live? AV codec? But it specifically doesn't use a codec. I think I need to treat bitstream filters. So I have this pseudo library, AVFC bridge, for AV codec symbols that are needed to make use of AV format but aren't needed for AV codec. I think I need a similar pseudo library for bitstream filter because I don't want to mix them all up into the rest of AV codec and have you import a bunch of bitstream filter crap when you don't actually want it, which is most users, I assume. Given that I have never had a use for it, I assume that most users also don't have a use for it. So for the time being, there's going to be no post code. Post here means that that's what it means. Post means that there's a source post, except that it's called p hyphen, one of these files. Okay, let's put it here because it's a pseudo library. Ah. I am happy to at least start with exactly the list that he asked for, which may be the list. avbsf list parse string. Takes the string first. Oh, it takes a double star. That is supremely annoying. Newly... Oh, of course. Yeah, this creates it. Yeah. Okay. Which means I'm going to need one of these. And it's going to have to return a pointer and take just the string. I think I usually make both when I make one, even though the other is vaguely useless. Okay. Weird function. BSF init. That does return a number. I don't think that there's any way that any of these can be, what am I trying to say? Can be asynchronous. At the JavaScript level, that is. Send packet. That returns a number. Receive packet. Number. Right, that receives into an already allocated packet. Of course it does. That's how these things typically work. Flush. No return. Pointer. And free, which is another double pointer. Freers. BSF free. Does seem like I don't need any accessors. BSF context feels like opaque. I mean, it's not literally opaque, like you can get this information out of it, but I doubt if anybody is. Let's assume that you're not. Shut up about tab groups. Okay. So for the time being, until I add a higher level version, that'll be a start. I put these in alphabetical order just because I do. Now, I'm going to need a configuration that actually has bitstream filtering. They said that they use, yeah, MP4 to Annex B stuff. Let's go ahead and make an MP4 to Annex B configuration just so that I have it to play with. You know what? Let's not stick it in extras. Let's just have a new one. So I guess I'm going to need something called BSF just to bring the BSF pseudo library in. BSF H264 MB4 to NXB, BSF AGVC MB4 to NXB. I guess I will throw BSF null in there just so I have it. No need for extra filters here. Let's make that configuration. Let's not make that configuration because I didn't make a BSF fragment. Said that slightly before it did. I recognized my own stupids. What did I name that here? Did I call it AVBSF? Oh, I do still have this open. Yes, I did. Okay. This is a component. Yes, I want you to build against AV codec. No, because this is for the bridge. This is a badly named thing, but I don't want any link flags. Oh, no, I do want a link flag. Because I'm going to need that binding. The 1_JS binding that's there to be annoying. Right, I renamed that. It's AVJSF, AVBSF. Okay, so far so nothing. P4 NXP. I suppose if I had Emscripten in my environment, that would help. And then we sit here and wait for a very long time. This is going to take a while. I guess I can start on a couple other things. I don't need that pound define because I'm going to stick it in a different file. Do I need that pound define? How do I include all of the... Okay, yeah, I do need that pound define. What did I just name that? I'm being radically inconsistent here. This should be in bsf.h, probably in libav.codec bsf.h. Sure. BSF, there it is. Okay, and then my problem child was the one that creates it from a string. Yes. Curious. All set. libav.js. list parse string not.js into ret. This should return greater than or equal to 0. Weird. Okay, so if res is less than 0, this should still be null pointer, but just in case. There we go. That's the correct way to implement that. Ugh, where's the actual error? It's this, huh? I know why this is happening. This is obviously an Emscripten change that they've turned this into an error, which is super annoying because I could just have a generic line before, and now I can't. Little bastards. To make this a little bit less harrowing, I'm just going to go ahead and downgrade Emscripten for the time being, and I don't know, this seems to be going fast. Maybe I will fix that problem also today. Install 405. That should be fine. Unfortunately, I have to make clean. I forgot. Can't change versions. There's no intercompatibility. Really quality software. I'm not going to be able to test these bitstream filters, by the way. I'm just throwing them in because I assume they're useful. This, I've seen this name before in libav. I think they've, I don't know if they've actually contributed anything or they've just also had issues, but they are somehow involved in the Discord reverse engineering group, which is very cool. I hope that this has something to do with Discord reverse engineering, in which case, haha. It shouldn't take a supremely long time to compile. There it is. Because it doesn't have very much in it. Okay. So let's make tests. I want a low-level test first. Hello, Van Whitman. I am not munching or eating anything. I think all I'm going to do... Yeah, the avatar tends to hallucinate things anyway. I mean, I could make it hallucinate much more by going over here and making the prompt be a man eating spaghetti. And there you go. Spaghetti tubin'. My eternal favorite, spaghetti tubin'. Love spaghetti tubin'. Let's see. It's definitely not made me a burger. It's occasionally trying to turn my hair into a burger bun, but that's it. Let's see. It'd be easier for me to write this test if I actually knew how to do any of this. Wait, libav, AV, BSF. List parse string. Weird. List parse string. JS. Just takes the string. Null. It's fine. Oh my. This one sure has its moments. Wait. AV, BSF init. Let me just put a 0 there instead of a closing parenthesis. Then for const packet of packets, stream index, 8.AV BSF send packet. No, I need an actual. I have it. Okay. Wait. FF copy in packet. And send that. What the hell? Electric socket is incredible. Electric socket is great. I always really enjoy like screwdriver or hammer, but I think you've one-upped it, Van Wippen. This is awesome. This presumably can return, yeah, E again. Equals wait libav dot av bsf receive packet. Yep. If that equals trying to be the old Jabberwocky website, though. That is not a Jabberwocky. Oh, I don't know what. Yep, no, I know nothing. Packets.push. Let's go ahead and copy this packet back out again. Then hopefully, if I just go over out packets, it just all work. Everything else should be the same. Jabberwocky is one of those old chat bots, says Van Whitman in chat. I mean, Jabberwocky is certainly an established term in many contexts. Let's actually just do the BSF one. Oh wait, I need this. Whee! Of course, yeah. Damn it. This only, the tests run with the all build. Well, looks like we're going to sit around and wait for this to build. Chatbots are much different nowadays. One moment, I realize this is a very screwy view right now. Just gonna check whether I've got this in an accessible state. Would appear that the answer is no. Oh well. Just gonna load up my local chat bot, but it's not particularly usable in this virtual machine. So, oh well. Well, not chat bot. I have a system that can now run really big LLMs. God, sometimes the face is real bad. Oh, I didn't flush. I probably need to. I don't know. Maybe I don't. 500 BSF. I assume that there's a reason why the flush function is there. So when I'm done with this, I should AV BSF flush. Just takes the contact. I didn't clean up after myself either. Yeesh. It's just nightmares forever. This is not the clean way to do this. Why is it Soap Suds question mark? What's the question mark? I also forgot dot AV unref something. Packet unref? Yeah. There was an explosion there for just a moment, but it's gone. Seems to be slowing down for some reason. Am I imagining things? Oh yeah, it's slowing down. I am not imagining things. I don't know why. It's barely managing to get like 8 or 9 FPS. Here it is, the most beautiful person in the world. Okay, hopefully that should do. Wait, I'm wondering why it's crawling. It's crawling because I'm building libav. Duh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my. You have certainly found a sequence of words there, Van Whitman. You have found one of the sequences of words. It's almost done building. Oh, I still didn't clean up after myself, did I? No. libav.avbsf3.js. BSF. You have a way with AI, Van Whitman. It's a bad way. It's one of those bad ways with AI. Hmm. When I have a fur, I get free. Oh, I do actually. Oh, interesting. Okay. SF3. I didn't realize I needed to have it on both. ESF and BSF3. That is void. AVBSF3. And this is why you use tests. Going to stick that in extra. I don't think there's a need for yet another configuration. I have no idea what you were expecting, Van Whitman. Presumably something, not this. That is what that is a CEO. That's what that is. You are certainly revealing things about my hair in how it does not manage to make Jeff Bezos properly bald here. The webcam doesn't really reveal my, or the AI tuber doesn't really reveal my real appearance very much, but there are certain aspects of it that are hard for it to deal with. Oy vey, given that it's barely building anything, it's taking a long time. Well, well, wellity, wellity, well. You know what? That's at least worth a commit. Actually, for configs, I should just... Good. Good. Not good. Sort of hirsute adjacent. Good. Yeah, it struggles to make radical color changes too. Like, I'm wearing a green shirt. I have dozens of green shirts. You will only ever see me in a green shirt. uh, so it just, the green is stuck. The green is unavoidable. Exactly, Van Whitman. I don't even know if that's a good place to start, but it seems to be where I'm starting. Shouldn't be an equivalent of init, because initialization is much easier. I forgot how complicated this has become. There he is, well-known voice actor. I truly don't like what it became. It's not an emoji, but it is the worst thing ever. No longer need this. It's a weird one. Okay, let's fix this wacky formatting. That'll do. I need transfer. Oh yeah, yeah I do. Don't think there's any reason for me to touch time base. This is thing. This is certainly thing. Yeah, not that. What? Why is in what? Oh, well, there it is. I needed to eat some breakfast. Then it's breakfast. Not needed. Right. Okay. In package. Then the actual function is AV BSF send packet. But if it is null, then I want AV BSF flush. This is not audio specific. That is a bug. Could be brattier. Wait. Reset. Okay, so it can be EOF. EOF is fine. Which which means the way I wrote that other test wasn't really ideal. It worked. Don't really need that anymore. Don't really need this anymore. It's going to look largely the same. Oh, I see. Okay. If package, then cop-out packet. Perfect. Curious. Does this make any sense? I don't think the original makes any sense. Oh, I see. That's... What a silly way I did that. I guess I vaguely understand why I did it that way, but I can do this in a much less ridiculous way. I've reverted. I think this should be all that is needed. Right. guess I should write a test for that. So much for this not taking the whole hour. Yeah, I guess I don't really have much in the way of decoding video tests that are high level. It doesn't actually matter, because a bitstream filter is not video specific. What did I call it? FFBSF filter? FFBSF multi. That is consistent. Maybe BSF list parse.js or string.js. I was inconsistent. deeply nested in there. I'm going to have to make this different for the pthread version and non-pthread version. It's just infuriating. Yeah, I think I am going to do that today after doing this, even though that will make my dev hour go more than an hour. I might even start doing that before. I can't think of any other way to do this, infuriatingly. Yeah, I can stick it in with the extra link flags. That ought to do it. That's 2, 3, 4, so it goes there. It doesn't actually matter where it goes. Going to leave this unsaved in the buffer. Damn, liab. What? Well, liab is definitely incorrect. Is that in the actual test? Liab. Wow, okay. That answers that question mark. Luckily, that's just in the test. Great. Apparently, I've already modified the makefile, even though I tried not to. Okay. That's good. That's not. Come on, it's supposed to magically change to closed right in front of my eyes. I shouldn't have to reload. Okay. Now let's continue goal 2, which should be done, actually. Let's just do that. Great, cool. Oh. That was a mistake. Yeah, we would have already seen that warning. So I think that the actual today's task is done, and my bonus task on the way is also done. Though I will at least wait for this to finish compiling before being quite so confident about it. In a million trillion years. I don't see any warnings. I'll do a quick run of a few of the tests just to make sure that I didn't fail to export something and make it totally wrong, but this is a little bit too trivial to fail in that way, so it should be fine. This is miraculously fast. Much fast, wow. This is on a rated spinning disk. Like I said, I'll just run a couple of the tests to make sure it at least kind of works. Oh, okay. You need to build default to have the alt variant test work. Yeah, okay. It's clearly working. Done.